Thank you so much for that music. It was beautiful. And thank you all for coming this morning. It's great to see some faces that we don't always see at Numen Lumen and some faces that we get to see all the time. So I'm really excited to be here with you this morning. So I'm going to ask if we can all just start off by closing our eyes. Imagine you are in your car on the way to Elon University for the very first time. You arrive and you step out of your car onto this beautiful campus. What do you need? What do you need to make your time here more meaningful? What do you need to make it more meaningful for yourself and for those around you? Open your eyes. Hi, my name is Jensen Roll, and today I would like to talk to you about 2 ingredients that I believe can change the world. The key word that I want to highlight here is ingredients, meaning that these 2 things are something I believe that you need to have, not something that you need to do. So when I first arrived at Elon, it was like my slate had been wiped clean. Nobody knew my high school experiences. Nobody knew what I'd done or who the person I was before that. I had the opportunity to create the next chapter in my life and what that would look like. I had 4 years to leave my mark here, so I explored everything. And for those of you who know me, you know that's true. I looked into every single thing I could get involved with, and that's where I found my first ingredient: community. Community is more than just a group that you surround yourself with. Community is a group that you build close bonds with and grow from. One of the first communities that I really got involved with was my InterVarsity small group, which is a Bible study. This group provided me with the tight bonds that I was looking for, and they challenged me in my thinking. And they helped me to realize successes that I wouldn't have considered striving for without their support. Now, in my senior year, I can honestly say that every person in that community means the world to me, and they have helped me to be my best. The reason that I believe community is so important is that without community, you often lack the support you need to achieve greatness. You might not be challenged in your thinking, or be challenged to start something new. People who find meaning in their lives are challenged in the way that they think often. Think of someone that you respect as a meaningful person. Has that person ever made a pivot in their lives? Have you ever seen them change a habit that they might have had? Have you ever seen them improve on something to make themselves better? Often these changes come from the encouragement and different ways of thinking that you find within community. In some ways, I like to think of communities as networking for the common good. By this, I mean that you are increasing the people who will push you to be great, to try harder, and to overcome roadblocks. They are also the people that will be there for you when you fail. So now I'd like to focus on the next ingredient. In the spring semester of my junior year, I had the amazing opportunity to spend 6 months in Cape Town, South Africa. During this time, I had an internship and I focused on some different research that I was doing. Again, I had the chance to enter a place that I'd never been before. My slate was clean. I had very little structures to rely on, and I had no community that I was a part of. So the first thing that I did was look for community. I did this by living in a backpackers for a few weeks. And if any of you have ever lived in a backpackers, it can be quite an experience. It's a hostel for the most part. And this gave me a quick idea of the culture that I was immersed in, and it gave me a friend group to be involved with for the first couple weeks being there. During this time, I found a family to host my stay in Cape Town and a local church to attend called Jubilee. It was with this family and this church that I found the second ingredient: love. Now, I think there are many different types of love, and they are all important pieces to changing the world. But the type of love that I'd like to talk about with you today is the love that a brother or a sister might share. This love is the type that you receive from the people who care about you. We experience this love through our parents, our mentors, and many other people in our lives who care about us and contribute to the people that we become. Love is not logical. Love is love. And in great relationships, love is extremely powerful. The Kirsten family was the family that I stayed with while I was in South Africa, and they showed me love every day. They put up with my lack of understanding for their culture, and they helped me understand it. They showed me that life was meaningful when you spend time with people that you love and you surround yourself with those people. At Jubilee, I found mentors. Jubilee was the church that I was talking about earlier. At Jubilee, I found mentors and individuals who cared about me and wanted me to do well, and they took care of me while I was in a foreign land. I met brothers and sisters who had me over to share meals and enjoy conversation, and it was amazing. I learned so much in going into someone else's home and just sitting down to talk and drink coffee or eat food. This community showed me love and helped provide me with the resources I needed to be successful while I was in Cape Town. They made it possible for me to go to my internship week in and week out, which was dealing with helping women start and run businesses. So you can imagine that there's a lot of energy that goes into that. And so when I say resources, you might be thinking, well, maybe providing a bike or access to a car or money for a taxi. But the resources that they provided, while in some cases those were true, and I found that, the resources that were more important were the intangible resources. I could go to that church at the end of the week, and they would provide me with re-understanding what my meaning was in my internship. They helped me remember that what I was doing was more important than just myself. They helped me refocus on the big things that I was doing instead of getting lost in some of the small things that I struggled with. So now we have our two ingredients, love and community. The reason that I think you need these to change the world is because you can't change the world by yourself. You need the energy that love can provide for you, and you need the support that community can offer. When we study successful people, we can easily forget how many people cheered them on to get to the point that they are today. It takes a team. It takes a group of people to be able to get to that point. You see, I believe that all of us really have similar goals at the end of the day, and by helping each other, we can all achieve greatness and make this world a better place. One way I've heard it put is that a rising tide lifts all boats. The way that I practice this is by becoming aware of myself in new surroundings and constantly reconnecting with the person that I am in my current surroundings. When I enter a new place, I start with a clean slate. At that point, I start to explore and learn as much as I can about my new environment. And then I start to find the people in that environment, connect with them, the different groups that I'm involved with. And at that point, I commit to community. I find different communities that I can identify with, that I believe in their values, and I put time into those communities. And that's where I find love. So this isn't a very long message, but I hope it's a meaningful message, and it's something that's easy to grasp. I hope it doesn't feel like something that you need to do, but more something that you need to have in your life. This isn't something that needs to be added on your list of to-dos or checked off. It's just something that you can welcome into your lives. And I know many of you already have communities, but start to be aware, start to see the meaning in those communities. And some of you have found love in different ways. Start to understand how meaningful that can be in your lives. As the founder of a business and the member of many different successful organizations, I know that these two ingredients have helped me immensely. When I heard that the topic this year was the company we keep, I was very excited, extremely excited, because the company that I've kept in my life has made me the person that I am today. Thank you.